Alora Hardy grew up on the island of Bali, Indonesia, with two artist parents. After she finished her education in the United States, she worked as a designer for one of New York's biggest fashion businesses. Then, in 2010, she moved back to Bali and started designing and building homes made of bamboo, a material not usually used to build houses. Alora believes that bamboo is a perfect building material because it makes buildings that are strong, beautiful, and earthquake-resistant. It's also a sustainable material that reduces the footprint we leave on the world. Alora Hardy's idea worth spreading is that bamboo is an incredibly adaptable and strong building material that pushes the boundaries of what we can create with sustainable materials.
When I was 9 years old, my mom asked me what I would want my house to look like. And I drew this fairy mushroom. And then she actually built it. I don't think I realized this was so unusual at the time, and maybe I still haven't, because I'm still designing houses. This is a 6-story bespoke home on the island of Bali. It's built almost entirely from bamboo. The living room overlooks the valley from the 4th floor. You enter the house by a bridge. It can get hot in the tropics, so we make big curving roofs to catch the breezes. But some rooms have tall windows to keep the air conditioning in and the bugs out. This room we left open. We made an air-conditioned tented bed. And one client wanted a TV room in the corner of her living room. Boxing off an area with tall walls just didn't feel right. So instead, we made this giant woven pod. Now, we do have all the necessary luxuries, like bathrooms. This one is a basket in the corner of the living room. And I gotta tell you, some people actually hesitate to use it. We have not quite figured out our acoustic insulation. So there are lots of things that we're still working on, but one thing I have learned is that bamboo will treat you well if you use it right. It's actually a wild grass. It grows on otherwise unproductive land, deep ravines, mountain sides. It lives off of rainwater, spring water, sunlight. And of the 1,450 species of bamboo that grow across the world, we use just 7 of them. That's my dad. He's the one who got me building with bamboo. And he is standing in a clump of Dendrocalamus asper niger that he planted just 7 years ago. Each year, it sends up a new generation of shoots. That shoot, we watched it grow a meter in 3 days just last week. So we're talking about sustainable timber in 3 years. Now, we harvest from hundreds of family-owned clumps. Patung, as we call it, it's really long, up to 18 meters of usable length. Try getting that truck down the mountain. And it's strong. It has the tensile strength of steel, the compressive strength of concrete. Slam 4 tons straight down on a pole, and it can take it. Because it's hollow, it's lightweight, light enough to be lifted by just a few men, or apparently, 1 woman. And when my father built Green School in Bali, he chose bamboo for all of the buildings on campus because he saw it as a promise. It's a promise to the kids. It's one sustainable material that they will not run out of. And when I first saw these structures under construction about 6 years ago, I just thought, this makes perfect sense. It is growing all around us. It's strong. It's elegant. It's earthquake resistant. Why hasn't this happened sooner? And what can we do with it next? Build something extraordinary out of it. Inspire people. Fortunately, Balinese culture fosters craftsmanship. It values the artisan. So combine those with the adventurous outliers from new generations of locally trained architects and designers and engineers. And always remember that you are designing for curving, tapering, hollow poles. No 2 poles alike, no straight lines, no 2x4s here. The tried and true, well-crafted formulas and vocabulary of architecture do not apply here. We have had to invent our own rules. We ask the bamboo what it's good at, what it wants to become. And what it says is, respect it, design for its strengths, protect it from water, and to make the most of its curves. So we design in real 3D, making scale structural models out of the same material that we'll later use to build the house. And bamboo model making, it's an art, as well as some hardcore engineering. So that's the blueprint of the house. And we bring it to site, and with tiny rulers, we measure each pole and consider each curve, and we choose a piece of bamboo from the pile to replicate that house on site. When it comes down to the details, we consider everything. Why are doors so often rectangular? Why not round? How could you make a door better? Well, its hinges battle with gravity, and gravity will always win in the end. So why not have it pivot on the center where it can stay balanced? And while you're at it, why not doors shaped like teardrops? And can the floor that you walk on, can it affect the way that you walk? Can it change the footprint that you'll ultimately leave on the world? I remember being 9 years old and feeling wonder and possibility and a little bit of idealism. And we've got a really long way to go. There's a lot left to learn. But one thing I know is that with creativity and commitment, you can create beauty and comfort and safety and even luxury out of a material that will grow back. Thank you.